Welcome to Ticking Gray Bomb, Refined Taste for Idiots.
In part two of This or That, I present Max with the choice between two legendary divers.
All right, this or that, we have the Blancpain 50 Fathoms, no radiations, or the Omega ProPlof, the Plongeur Professionnel.
Professional, just like you, Mace. But I think after certain trips to the bathroom, I might need a plongeur professionnel. But I'd say I really am not a fan of having such a giant chunk of steel on my watch, on my wrist rather. And again, we talk about ultimate tool watches. I mean, this is structurally it's like if you are a professional diver, this is what you can wear. I mean, could you imagine the guy in the cube next to you turning up with this watch, clanging it around his desk? I mean, this is it's not even close to everyday wear piece. I know it harkens back to I think an Omega, a prototype Omega that was made in the 70s or something like this, Mace, if I'm not mistaken. We've seen like one at auction a year or two ago, but there's no way I would buy this. And actually, I think about a 50 Fathoms, and I know this is kind of a special 50 Fathoms model, but I think about a 50 Fathoms is a really nice classic piece. And I'm not sure it has a place in my collection today, but this is a watch I've always looked at and always kind of wanted. So I don't love the price point at 14.8, but I think there's a lot more value there than in the Omega.
Yeah, I mean, the Omega ProPlof has its fans out there for sure, right? Because it is such an unusual looking watch. And the Blancpain, I think without the no radiations, feels like a lot of those vintage skin divers, right? So what sets this one apart? I mean, there's a heritage, right? Of course. Value wise, if you're looking at kind of the vintage looking skin diver, there's a lot of play from $1,500 all the way up to this Blancpain, right? So I think that's where it would be problematic for me to kind of jump in on this. But I do think that no radiation style is so catchy. I don't know that that's worth $10,000 on top of something else.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, again, the price points do make you gag a little bit. What are the dimensions of the Omega, Mace? Do you know that?
I think across, and I think this is one where you have to include the crown and the crown guard, right? I think it's 55.
Yeah. Oof.
It's enormous, it's right? Enormous. I mean, yeah. So is there anything in this $12,000 to $14,000 range in a diver that you would consider?
The obvious ones, you go Rolex, right? I mean, you say go Rolex all day long, and if you get something at list, you're probably even below this. You're definitely below this point.
You're definitely below, yeah.
Probably list, which is impossible now, more impossible, I'd say, than the Rolexes. You'd look at a Royal Oak Offshore, it's probably in the same class as the Blancpain. There's so much, and you hit the nail on the head, Mace. I mean, there's so much choice. I'd even say you can get skin divers, even homage skin divers, like a Squale skin diver, or whatever, sub 1,500, right? Yeah. That kind of have this look if you so desire. Yeah, the skin diver look is so, in a way, it's so overplayed right now, overhyped. It's hard to justify, something in this price range.
Yeah, and there are brands being brought back to life, right? Solely on this kind of skin diver. I saw one maybe 4, 5, 6 months ago, the Astra, which was the watch that Hooper from Jaws was wearing. He was kind of the oceanography expert, the shark expert, and he was wearing an Astra brand that died off, and it's now been brought back to life. And it's they have his watch, air quotes, but all day long these brands are kind of coming back with their skin divers from years ago, and so you've got a million choices to make sub $5,000.
That's it, 100%. I mean, my ill-fated Kickstarter was the exact same model, right? I mean,
Right.
that's the deal. And so, yeah, do I need to buy a Blancpain 50 Fathoms special edition to get that look? Definitely not. I mean, certainly
Right.
not at this point.
So did you like this format? Let us know if you like this or that, and we'll catch you in the next episode. See ya.
Bye bye.